What's up guys, it's Paralyzer here, and welcome to Zombies Map Reviews. Today we'll be reviewing one of the scariest and creepiest maps ever made, Verrückt. We'll be ranking the map based on 3 criteria: features, replayability, and atmosphere. These are my opinions, so try not to take offense if they don't align with yours. While testing the map, I will be going for a high round, beating all of the Easter eggs, and also playing a multiplayer game. Once again, we will only be reviewing the World at War version of this map. This map was released as part of Map Pack 1, the first DLC on Call of Duty World at War, and is the second map ever made. This map was the first to have named playable characters, with the 4 characters being Tank Dempsey, John Banana, Smokey, and Paxton Gunner Ridge. The story behind the map is that these 4 Marines have been sent here in order to rescue and extract Peter McCain. With the background covered, let's dive into our first category, features. The second installment in Zombies added something which stayed for the long-term future: perks. These were introduced in this map, with there being 4 of them: Quick Revive, Juggernog, Double Tap, and Speed Cola. However, in order to get these perks, you would need to first turn on the power, another new feature. The power switch is another feature added in Verrückt that became a long-term stay for the Zombies mode. A way to stop players from becoming too overpowered early on by forcing them to work towards a collective goal in order to boost their individual abilities even more. As Nacht only ever had 3 doors, buying doors was never really an issue or something seen as a huge obstacle other than to get to the box. Now players were forced to work together to spend their points working towards a power switch, because if they didn't, then they would never be able to spend points improving themselves individually. This probably caused more arguments than it did encourage teamwork, but it was unique nonetheless. Back to the perks now, and these were a revelation. You could upgrade your player's health, reload speed, firing speed, and revive speed. Quick Revive, however, was pretty useless in solo, as it didn't provide a self-revive ability, as this wasn't introduced until Black Ops 1. Double Tap was also pretty useless, as although it let you fire faster, this usually meant that you just wasted more bullets rather than deal more damage. Another feature introduced for the first time on this map was traps. These were the first offensive item to deal infinite damage to zombies, killing them instantly, and thus became extremely important to anyone going for high rounds. For those playing the map normally, they would be useful, but most of us died the first time we used them, let's be honest. This map also added some new weapons like the STG, MP40, and the fan favourite PPSH. Alongside these were Bouncing Betties, an amazing addition for those that like to camp, as you could stack them in corners infinitely until you got a zombie close and they all blew up at once. The final feature this map introduced was the Moving Mystery Box. Verrückt is the first map to have multiple box locations, and this means the box can spin a teddy bear, causing it to move to any other location on the map. In terms of multiplayer, this map does have one more unique feature, which is the spawn room. Verrückt is set up so that on multiplayer, you'll be split from your teammates. This is essentially 2 spawn rooms divided by a door that can only be opened by turning on power. Until then, you are alone, or you have one other team member. This forces you to rely on the one teammate that's stuck on the same side of the map as you, or even worse, you have no one to rely on but yourself. This is one of the only maps to have ever done this, with the only other one that comes to mind being Dead of the Night. In terms of Easter eggs, this map contains 2. The first is the first ever Easter egg song, which can be activated by flushing a toilet. You heard me right, you flush a toilet to start the Easter egg.
Does somebody not know how to flush a toilet after they've had a...
That's not me.
Well, it was one of yous. Disgusting!
The second small Easter egg in this map involves interacting with the dentist chair in the jug room, causing some disturbing noises to play. These are minor Easter eggs, but were a huge leap in progress from what we saw in Nacht, and the music Easter egg would become a staple for the future of zombies. I would say, however, that this map still lacks some huge selling points, such as Pack-a-Punch, more perks, and more Easter eggs, in particular a main story Easter egg. However, this was the second map ever made, and none of these things had ever happened before. For that reason, I'm giving this map a solid 7 out of 10 for features. It has perks, power, the moving mystery box, new guns, traps, and much more. Without this map, Zombies wouldn't have so many of the things that it has today. Next up, we're judging the map on replayability. As mentioned earlier, this map has a couple of small Easter eggs, but nothing on a large scale that would make you want to keep replaying the map. As there are only 4 perks on the map, there's also no need to replay to try different combinations, as there's only one combination of the 4 perks. There is still the mystery box, which creates replayability through randomness of weapons. This does help increase the replayability of the map. When it comes to high rounds, this map is much tougher than Nacht. It can be harder for a casual to just sit in a corner and spray zombies, as there aren't as many easy spots to do this as the one that everyone knows and loves on Nacht. Thus, for a casual player, I think this map is seen as less replayable because of how much harder it is to survive. For the high round community, this map is very similar to Nacht and has a 24 zombies per round limit, with the health going up infinitely, but this map does have traps to help kill the zombies when you get to those high rounds. For these reasons, I'm giving this map a 5 out of 10 for replayability. I just don't feel it's as replayable as Nacht due to the higher difficulty, with no extra changes or rewards apart from perks, which you will always use the same for. Last, but certainly not least, we have the map's atmosphere. This is where Verrückt shines. This map does an amazing job at making you feel like you're in a creepy, abandoned asylum. From the disturbing noises to the dripping water from the ceiling, it all ties together for an amazing overall feel. This map also contains our first ever crew, with Tank Dempsey, John Banana, Smokey, and Paxton Gunner Ridge. These each have their own unique voice lines for different things that happen in the map, which make you feel even more immersed when compared to Nacht, where the characters don't say anything. The characters, however, don't seem to interact with one another whatsoever, unlike in future installments of Zombies, leaving each character isolated from one another. Overall, I'd give Verrückt a 9 for immersiveness. It's one of the most immersive maps ever made in Zombies. From the location, to the noises and effects, to the voice lines, this map has so much to offer. For improvements, I would have loved to see the characters interact with one another, and I would love to see more unique lighting, as the map all feels very similar throughout. Overall, Verrückt scores a 7 for features, a 5 for replayability, and a 9 for immersiveness, giving it an overall score of 7 out of 10. This is an amazing score for such an early map that features no pack-a-punch or main Easter egg, and just goes to show how great this map was and how big of a step it made in making Zombies what it is today. That's it for the review. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like on it. Let me know your thoughts on Verrückt in the comments down below and what you would have ranked the map. If you have any ideas for things that I should change or stuff that I missed, then please leave your feedback in the comments. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day.